Nio here with a Valhalla event special. Showcase from RaisingDead Team Jump in our last event. As I said in the last video, I had a few more clips from RaisingDead. I just thought it was getting a bit long. The ending score in that event was 61 to 70, RaisingDead winning. This is a battle between two leaders of Valhalla, Vaxal and Deathboner. Deathboner is going to 3-star Vaxal with a GoVaLoonion. Those of you who have been subscribing to my channel, GoVaLoonion is a very powerful strategy that can 3-star at Town Hall 8, 9, and 10. But if you're new to Valkyrie, it is not the strategy you should start learning with. It requires timing and be able to read the momentum of your battle to decide when you're going to deploy your units. So it's easier to learn GoViz, move on to HoVa strategies, and then try to master GoVaLoonions. I actually will freely admit that it's not my strongest strategy, though I have used it for a 3-star from time to time. As you see there, once Deathboner was able to eliminate the CC, the battle progressed nicely. There he goes as he eliminates the air defenses. He deploys his loons strategically to take out the defenses. Call that surgical. Helps to take that primary GoViz attack that hits the core and move it on to a 3-star, as the loons are extremely effective at sniping defenses along the perimeter. Well, that's a place where Valkyrie are traditionally pretty weak, so it's a pretty powerful combination, especially against the right bases. It's a pretty difficult strategy to use in regular raiding, though we've had a few Valhalla members make Champions League using it. I myself struggle a bit with it on random bases, but if you're against a base that has heavily centralized air defenses, this is an excellent strategy to secure that 3-star. But like I said, it's not the first Valkyrie strategy you should try to learn or master. Next up we have Vaxal from Team Valhalla being 3-star by Priest from Team Jump. Both regular visitors to our events, so another kind of like some Valhalla on Valhalla action, if you know what I mean. Priest is bringing in a HoVa-GoWi, as I would like to call it. He's going to lure that clan castle out. Very important with HoVa strategies. Those of you who have been watching my videos, if you want to learn HoVa, it's very important that the Valkyrie go in first to eliminate skeleton traps, possibly clan castle, depending on if you lure it or not. The Valkyrie, it's really critical for them to go in first, eliminate the heroes and things like that. Some players that jump into our clan wanting to learn Valkyrie strategies and make use of HoVa, deploy the Hog first with the Valkyrie behind. This is really a terrible idea because Valkyrie excel at clusters of buildings that are tightly packed. So essentially, if you attack first with Hogs, you basically put the Valkyrie at a disadvantage and you'll be pretty disappointed with the results. I have had people join Valhalla tell me that they know of a HoVa strategy where the Hogs go in first, used by Reddit player, but I've never actually seen this. As you see, Priest surging into the core, deploying his Hogs on the south side to clear those defenses. Again, Hogs work really well with Valkyrie, actually, for the same reason loons do. They're really good at clearing out those buildings that are in the small compartments, whereas Valkyrie, really, once they get stuck up on walls, they really lose a lot of their momentum. So by using multiple jumps and Hogs, Priest is able to capitalize on the strength of the two units and secure that 3-star. The Witch is still going strong there, clearing out clutter buildings. Archer Queen moving in. Those Town Hall 8 players that might be watching, one of the most critical things to watch for when using a HoVa or a GoVaLoon is time. At Town Hall 8, time is so essential to try to secure that 3-star. You spend too much time eliminating the clan castle and you'll basically cripple the base, but come up short with a 90% or the dreaded 99%. Priest just making his way through the base with what little remains of it, securing that 3-star easily on Vaxal. Next up, William is 3-starred by RX from Phoenix Soaring. Check out the clan's hashtag when you see the credits here. RX is going to move in on William's very spread out base, which is obviously intending to be anti-Valkyrie with GoWiVa. GoWiVa has a similar combination as HoVa and GoVaLoonion in that the units complement each other well. The witches do really well at eliminating those spread out defenses and keeping the point defenses occupied by just spawning endless skeletons, while the Valkyrie do a great job at clearing out the core. The thing with bases that have a spread out outside and a more dense core is the Valkyrie will actually have a tendency to stick with the core because the buildings there are grouped together. That allows the Valkyrie to stick at one spot more so than, say, a P.E.K.K.A. William here has obviously taken all the precautions to minimize the Valkyrie splash damage. There comes the clan castle troops. RX is going to counter with a heal spell. He's going to use jump to keep the troops moving. Jump is pretty essential in most of my Valkyrie strategies, as Valkyrie do very poor if they have to try to work their way through a wall. RX making interesting use of the haste spell there in place of a poison or an earthquake. Skeletons spawning there. Valkyrie do an excellent job of eliminating skeletons. Really, they shrug off those skeleton traps quite easily, which makes them a good complement with P.E.K.K.A. for future reference. The top going on strong there with a large pack of witches and a couple of Valkyrie clearing out the buildings there. A golem and a couple of wizards eliminating some of the defenses more in the center there. The Valkyrie there just surging forward and taking the buildings out inside that one ring. It's a good idea to be very careful when using Valkyrie on a ring, particularly if a ring compartment has all the buildings touching. Your AI will naturally have them follow the ring all the way around. So if you see a ring, you really want to break the ring before you try to get your Valkyrie to go inside the base, because Valkyrie taking a jaunt along the outside isn't very effective. And there you go, RX secures a 3-star on William. So a special thanks to RaisingDead for hosting us. Too bad that feelings weren't a little more positive at the end there, but check out our allies there, full lists there, and special thanks to Halfed. Without him, I wouldn't have any footage. And again, thanks to RaisingDead for hosting Team Jump.